Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been awesome so far, and today we have another spectacular video covering the amazing Overwatch League, which has just been phenomenal so far. This season somehow seems better than the last, and the last season was amazing. We just have more teams, more games, and just every game is a nail-biter. Seriously, it seems like any team in the Overwatch League right now can beat any other team. It doesn't matter who you are, who your players are, who your coaches are. It's just going to be competitive matches left and right. Obviously, unless you were the Houston Outlaws today, which we will cover that match, and unfortunately Jake seemed very mad. He slammed his desk after losing the second match to the New York Excelsior, getting first held on Hollywood. We'll cover that. We'll pretty much cover all the games, guys. We're so blessed, guys, to have such an amazing league to watch almost every single day, and if you want some Overwatch League gear, some hats, jerseys, shirts, whatever it be, you can get some for free. All you have to do is enter my giveaway. I'm literally giving away over 300 items. Again, scarves, cups, socks, pants, shirts, jerseys, hats. You have a high chance at actually being able to win one of these items. Click the gleam.io link down in the comments. I will pin it. It's so easy to enter. You don't want to miss out on it. Sorry for the long intro today, guys. Just so much to talk about. It's crazy. Let's jump into the set last night that we didn't get to cover yet. We'll breeze through this one because it didn't matter all that much. It was the Chengdu Hunters taking on the Florida Mayhem. Now, this set was very close. It was back and forth. It did seem like Florida Mayhem were a lot better on the payload maps, whether it be hybrid or actual payload. If there's a cart for you to push, the Florida Mayhem just looked a lot better at it than the Chengdu Hunters. But when it came to capping points like Control and 2CP, the Chengdu Hunters walked all over the Florida Mayhem, giving them the 3-2 victory in this series, putting the Chengdu Hunters actually in the top 8, ranked number 6 right now at 2-1 overall. I do feel like they have had one of the weaker schedules so far in the Overwatch League, and I do feel like they kind of got lucky a little bit against the Guangzhou Charge. I feel like the Guangzhou Charge kind of choked a little bit when they lost that match. Overall, though, Chengdu has just absolutely blown me away. I didn't think they would be this good. They beat the Florida Mayhem team that just beat Philly, even though Philly obviously looks weak right now for not having Boombox. But yeah, that was the first set. Chengdu Hunters did take it in the 5th map, Busan getting a 2-0, giving them a 3-2 victory in the set overall. Moving on to today now, where we have had some amazing games. We started off with my favorite team, as you guys know, the London Spitfire, and I know you guys hate when I am biased towards the London Spitfire, and I do apologize. It's just my team, man. I've been repping them since before Season 1. I was a huge GC Busan fan. I loved Prophet, and they got the job done in Season 1, so I'm high on them, and it really does seem like they got their mojo back, switching Birdring out of the lineup and putting Prophet on the Zarya while Guard plays that Brigida. Really looks like what they need to do. Also running the Monkey Goats comp. They're so much better at it than running Reinhardt, even though the Reinhardt does look better now that Guard is in there and Prophet's on the Zarya. By the way, Prophet's just playing out of his mind. Out of nowhere, it seems like he's one of the best Zaryas in the entire league, and I guarantee you guys, going into the Overwatch League, he wasn't playing any Zarya. I bet Birdring was the one practicing Zarya the whole entire time, and this was just a sudden change because it wasn't working out for them, and he just picks up any hero in the snap of his fingers, and he's insane at them, making him look like one of the best players ever. He's so good. Get him on your fantasy league team, guys. I'm telling you. But yeah, we started out on Elios in this London Spitfire and Hangzhou Spark set, and London Spitfire absolutely dominated. Like, it was incredible how well they played. This was the first time they won the first map in Overwatch League so far, and they looked amazing at it. It's their first win on Elios as well, so they're looking good now, and it's happy as a London Spitfire fan. But as a Hangzhou Spark fan, it's looking grim because I don't know what happened. The first week, Hangzhou Spark looked amazing. Their teamwork was on point, their synergy, the main tanks, Go Shui and No Smite were playing out of their minds, Rhea was dropping self-destructs everywhere they needed to be, and overall the team was just solid. Godsby looked like one of the best Zaryas in the league, but then this week, that all goes out the window. Now Godsby looks like one of the worst Zaryas, No Smite and Go Shui aren't doing good on that main tank role, Rhea hasn't had any big self-destructs that I could remember this week so far, and it looks like everything fell apart. I don't know if it's a coaching situation. I don't know if they just lost a lot of scrims leading into this week and they lost their confidence. I don't know what happened with the Hangzhou Spark, but this isn't the same team we've seen in week 1. Despite that though, London Spitfire, they did look a lot better than they have previously. I mean, like, seriously, in the first week, the London Spitfire couldn't keep Gesture up to save their lives. The guy was dying on Reinhardt in like 2 seconds at the beginning of every team fight. Today, he was surviving and it looked great. We moved down to Nubani the second map, and it was really close. Hangzhou Spark almost won this map, but London Spitfire pulled off a 4-minute second point defense out of nowhere to win this map. Profit again, Gesture, pretty much everybody on London Spitfire started playing great today. It was incredible. Then we moved over to the third map, which was 2CP, Horizon Lunar Colony, and London Spitfire. They continued the dominance here, just absolutely shutting down Hangzhou Spark. It kind of seemed like maybe Hangzhou Spark got demotivated for getting held for 4 minutes on that second point on their attack on Numbani, and they just couldn't get anything going here on Horizon Lunar Colony. They started off on defense, and London Spitfire flew through them, capping both points with ease, and then they swapped over to attack, and they got first held on Horizon Lunar Colony by the London Spitfire. So Hangzhou Spark wasn't competitive at all on this map, and that gave the victory in the set 3-0 over to the London Spitfire, and now they're looking a lot better than the Hangzhou Spark and just overall a much better team. Then we moved over to Dorado. I guess it does matter for the differential in maps, but London Spitfire did lose this one. Hangzhou Spark, they looked a little bit better on Dorado, but again, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because they got rolled in the first 3 maps and they lost the set. So at the end of the set, my thought process is like, God, what happened to Hangzhou Spark? And then, God, what happened to London Spitfire? Both these teams just completely did a 180 from the first week, and it's interesting to see, and it does show again that anyone can win in the Overwatch League at any time. It'll be interesting to see how both these teams perform moving into the third week. Right now, they both sit at rank number 10 and rank number 11, 2-2 in the standings, tied on map differential at -1. So it'll be interesting seeing them going into next week. Anyways, let's move on to the second set of the day, which was a complete whitewash. New York Excelsior just dumpstered the Houston Outlaws. Like, it wasn't even close. It was sad to see, and Jake, I mean, this clip pretty much shows his entire frustrations and what happened during the set. Let's roll it.
They cannot make it. New York Excelsior get the full hold here on Hollywood and move up 2-0. Fantastically done for them now at match point. Houston Outlaws need to engineer a reverse sweep, starting with Assault, then Escort, then force that 5th and final map for a tie break if they want to take this back-to-back series. They got Hangzhou, but New York maybe a bridge too far. We'll see if they can do it when we come.
So as you can see, clearly Jake is very frustrated, and I can't blame him. You know, getting wrecked in the Overwatch League probably isn't fun, and I would be pissed off too. I'm actually surprised we don't see players getting upset like this that much. I don't think it's that big of a deal. He just slammed his desk. Let's be honest, we all do that at home every single day when we're gaming. He's just pissed off. It is what it is. But man, did they get rolled in this set. The very first map, Nepal, somewhat close. Houston Outlaws picked up some percentage, but overall, it was a 2-0 in favor of the New York Excelsior. It was easy. Moving on to the third map, New York Excelsior flew through their attack. I mean, they had like 3 minutes left at the end. Mano and Mako combined for some incredible combos. Mako got like a 6K at the end. They rolled through their attack, as I said. And then on defense, New York Excelsior first held the Houston Outlaws. They made Houston look like chumps. Like, they were getting destroyed, so that put them up 2-0 here, and that's where Jake was frustrated. We moved on to the third map, Anubis. And so far in the Overwatch League, Anubis has actually been one of Houston's best maps. They haven't lost on it till this point, and well, that changed because New York Excelsior again flew through their attack and then first held the Houston Outlaws, rolling them over, taking this set 3-0, and nothing changed going into the fourth map. New York Excelsior dominated on Route 66, getting the 4-0. This was one of the most dominant sets we've seen so far in all of Overwatch League. I don't know what's going on with the Houston Outlaws. They somehow beat the Hangzhou Spark, but I really feel like that was because Hangzhou Spark played like crap, and they just, like, really don't know what they're doing right now. And Houston Outlaws, man, like, again, New York Excelsior is good, but they haven't dominated anybody this season so far like this. So either they're just hitting their stride here, or Houston just isn't that great of competition, and I'm going to go with the latter there. And yeah, I don't know. They're running an interesting comp. They have Spree in there over Coolmat. Interesting decision. They're running Jake and Dante for the most part on DPS. I don't know. It's interesting. I really feel like maybe Spree on Zarya 24/7 and Coolmat in there on Diva, and then maybe take out Jake would be better, but who knows, man. I don't know. Houston Outlaws is struggling right now. They're currently ranked 19 in the Overwatch League at 1-3. Only one team is worse than them right now, and that's the winless LA Valiant, who we are about to talk about because they just lost to the Toronto Defiant, and that was an incredible set. Both teams looked really good, and I kind of feel bad for the LA Valiant. They've played some rough teams. Toronto Defiant, New York Excelsior. and the Hangzhou Spark, which, by the way, Hangzhou Spark did look really good last week when they beat the LA Valiant. So overall, LA Valiant's had one of the hardest schedules so far, in my opinion, and they've all been really close sets. They lost to the Hangzhou Spark in Game 5, they lost to New York Excelsior in Game 5, and then they just lost 2-1 against the Toronto Defiant. So while I don't think LA Valiant is an amazing team, I definitely don't think they are ranked 20 in the Overwatch League, the worst team. They're probably more sitting around like rank 10 to rank like 13 with the Dallas Fuel, Guangzhou Charge, Chengdu Hunters, teams like that. But this was an amazing set, guys, and I just want to remind everybody that the Toronto Defiant are still missing Nako. Yes, guys, Nako, the All-Stars and Yada player from the Boston Uprising in Season 1, hasn't even played a game for them yet in the Overwatch League. They've had Aid there on flex support, and to be honest, I feel like Aid and Rocky, their supports, have been the weak links so far of this roster. So once Nako comes back and he's ready to play for them, I feel like the Toronto Defiant are just going to snap. They're going to jump like 3 more spots, be a top 5 team in the Overwatch League, if they're not already. I know they lost to the Atlanta Reign. That was an incredibly close set too, but they just look so damn clean. They play smart and methodically. They make the right decisions, and I think that's what sets them apart from a lot of the Overwatch League teams right now. They look really good up there with teams like the Atlanta Reign, New York Excelsior, Vancouver Titans, San Francisco Shock. Those are the top teams in my opinion, which, by the way, San Francisco Shock and Vancouver Titans are about to go at it head to head right now. That's going to be an incredible match. I do think those teams are top teams in the Overwatch League. If I had to pick a team right now, the match hasn't started yet, I will go with the Vancouver Titans, but we will cover the aftermath of this match tomorrow. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to enter the giveaway, boys. It's so easy, I'm telling you. Click that gleam.io link down below in the comments. It's pinned. You could win, I promise you. You actually could win. There's so many items I have sitting here in my house. Try to win one, guys. That is going to be it for me, though. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.